Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Canadian qualifiers. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Benson. And Benson, we just saw a very interesting game number one between Vexx and Revenge and DxD Gaming. Revenge was up both games, or both rounds of that first game, and then choked in the final 60 seconds, both times a 3-point differential in favor of DxD after 10 minutes.
Pretty much, you nailed it. You can never really explain it much better. They had a great start to both sides of domination. They went up, they had good map control, and then out of nowhere, really, DxD just came back and was like, no, we want to qualify. This is our time to shine. And at the very last couple of minutes at both sides, very end of the game, we managed to take it.
So we're going into game number 2. It's going to be search and destroy, and it looks like we just dropped one player, so waiting on them to get back in here. Also, I need to get you in here, it looks like, Benson.
I'm frozen on the loading screen. That face.
You need to get yourself a new Xbox One, maybe a new 360. We'll figure this out.
It's fine. Every little thing is going to be okay.
Everything is going to be fantastic. But Freight Search and Destroy is going to be the game mode, and we saw a nice little sample from our 8 players in that first round. Illskill really showed that he has the slaying power. He can go off. He did it with the SMG, went 25 and 10 with the MTAR in the first round. Slowed down a little bit, but was still very positive at the end of round 2. He's my player to watch for Vexx Revenge. Who are you looking out for from DxD, though?
No, it's tough because they all did really come out and play very well. Nightmare especially, his name stuck in my head for a great kind of ending to that second side. He really went clutch when his team needed him, and that's what's important. You know, you can look at as many stats as you want, but it ultimately comes down to when players go clutch in the situations that they need to. That's what really stands out as a great play to me.
So I also want to see how does Nightmare change and adapt to the different game modes, because we saw the Bison being used on the smallest game mode, Strike Zone Dom. Now we're going to Freight, where you see snipers being pulled out. Sometimes you see a lot of Remington battles on this map, as well as MTAR. So everyone's normally looking for range on this game mode. What gun does he switch to, and who's going to be sniping from either of these teams, because we've seen how devastating those weapons can be on this map, Freight.
Oh, absolutely. It all comes down to first picks. You'll hear casters say it so much when they're talking about Search and Destroy on Call of Duty Ghosts. Whoever can get that first pick on pretty much any of the maps that you think of, it's always so important. You get that first pick, it really opens up the map to you. And if you're on the attacking side as well, it just puts you in such a good position. You can then really just dictate where your team moves across the map, which bomb site you want to go to. It's so much easier for you. It really is.
So here we're going to take a look at our attacking side. This looks like it will be DxD Gaming with Nightmare, Buck, all in the game. And we did look like we dropped one player. Not quite ready. We're going to get this going up and at it one more time. But it's game 2. Freight S&D is going to be the mode. And it looks like these players just checking the sides here. Would you prefer to go offense, defense to start? And which bomb are you going to be attacking the most frequently throughout this series?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would personally, if I was playing on this map especially, I would always want to be on that defensive side first, because you should never really give up a defensive side in any Search and Destroy. But on Freight, for me, it is very simple. There's some great angles and some great spots which people are really now starting to figure out and see a lot of the pro players use a couple of times. It's something that we touched on in the last qualifier. You know, players with great spots that may not necessarily want to use them straight away, save it for the big bang, I guess you could say. You know, for COD champs, that's when you're going to really need them the most. But a few have definitely slipped through the ranks. I've been seeing a couple of absolute beauties on Freight, which for defense just make it so easy.
I'm excited to see who's going to be pulling out what stops here. It is still kind of early in this Canadian tournament, but at the same time, you have to win it. You have to go all the way through to get to that $1 million tournament, pull out all the stops rather than risk getting knocked out. So far, DxD, the squad you're looking at now in blue on the Ghost, have the advantage in our best of 5, but they still need to win 2 more games before their opponent wins 3. Super Burt, Nightmare, my 2 players to look out for. And let's take a look at the different loadouts. Buck, MTAR for Rhino. Nightmare will go to the Remington, and a Vector being out by Super Burt on offense. Here on defense for Vexx Revenge, Mech, Remington. Saga Demon, Remington as well. Slumber, Remington, and Illskill, the lone SMG on this squad, at least for the defensive setup.
Yeah, but I expect the setups to change, obviously, as you go from defense to attack. On defense on this map, you can really just pitch up. There's so many different places where you can just sit back and just use that AR, use that long sight line, and just really try and pick off players as they try and be aggressive towards those bomb sites. So I don't really think the defensive team should have any issues, but who knows? We may see some cool bag of tricks coming out from the attacking side.
Already shots going down. That is going to be some cover fire laid by Superbert. Nightmare given the Remington the lone AR at the moment, and it looks like he is also going to be the bomb carrier. First kills are scored in red. Buck and Mech picked off for either team, so it is the 3-on-3 Rhino, Nightmare, Superbert up against Saga Demon, Slumber, and Illskill.
It looks as well like DxD have got red control, and if you're on the defensive side, you never want to give that up. That's such a key power position on Freight. You just can't afford to give it away, and you can see the bomb carrier has gone down. That's going to make it 2 versus 3. 45 seconds left. Bomb immediately picked back up, but DxD needs to be careful.
There's a player right on the other side of this building, too, that Superbert may run into. Does he decide to push forward? Thermal scope on a Vector. Very interesting loadout here. And excuse me, he's actually switched over to an LMG. There's Rhino finding the action from the top window. Bert going to have another player right around that bomb. Does he go around on the flank? Could pick up an easy kill there on Slumber. Illskill, he's still in Owen's building. So if Bert wants to, he can make the move right now. Just walked by him.
Oh. I was going to say, time ticking away. He didn't have the luxury of really waiting a lot. Looks like bomb is going down. He's going to get challenged, and he should get killed relatively easy. He did manage to get the bomb down, but doesn't matter. Illskill was there, just going clutch for his team. Picks up a very simple kill, and he's going to get the defuse as well. And that's the perfect start that they needed. Holding that defensive side, so important.
And I was afraid that he was actually just going to walk right by that body on the floor. But in the end, same result. It's going to be Vexx Revenge with a Game 1 advantage. Or excuse me, a Round 1 advantage here in game number 2. And now they're going to be playing on offense. Let's see what Illskill's bringing out. I was hoping he would. There is the sniper rifle, and he's going to put the sniper away in favor for this Remington.
You had to jinx him, didn't you, Bucket? You had to. Oh, actually, but the reason he did that was Slumber. Slumber has the sniper rifle out. He actually has 2 weapons. He's running overkill, has the Remington, and also has the thermal sniper, which he's just pulled out now. So I think there was maybe a lack of communication at the start of the round, which is why Illskill originally pulled it out. But then Slumber was like, hey, I've already got it. I'm in a good position. And Illskill was like, all right, no worries. You snipe this round.
Bomb was planted. There is the pick from Slumber as well. Perfect execution on offense. 4-on-2. And I believe Slumber did see that player inside red. Maybe not. We'll call that out over to Illskill. Slumber has another player in his sights. Looked away at the wrong time while Illskill is going to deal with one and finish. That is going to be 5-0 start here. Illskill getting to Slumber with a nice pick with the sniper as well.
Yeah, really good plays coming from the team. Vexx Revenge just overall. I mean, you got Illskill 5-0. Definitely going to help things massively, but still. Just the way that they're playing both attack and defense, not giving anything up, just keeping the pressure on. They just know how important this map is going to be. They don't really want to go 2-0 down in the series. 1-1 is just a lot better to look at than obviously 2-0.
Expecting some smoke grenades. He's going to switch over to the thermal as Illskill. We're going to watch him on defense this round. And look at that mini-map. Those orange arrows getting sneaky. Rhino, the bomb carrier, currently lit up as the yellow arrow. Everyone trying to come through this back gate. Will the blue arrows... Will Vexx Revenge take notice of this?
I would expect so. Obviously, you've got Saga Demon right now. He's just kind of listening out for the gate, and he should hear the gate being open, but I don't think he has. But eventually, they're going to have to realize something is up. He's actually going to go around, check. Here's the smoke grenades being thrown. Throws one back of his own. Looks like he's going to have to try and throw the frag grenade as well. 3 players all around that side. Superbet has been picked off as well, right at the back of his spawn. Now it's going to be down to 2 players. Just the one. Ooh. Doesn't even matter. As soon as I was saying it, they all got shot. Again, fantastic execution of the defensive side.
And Ill actually picked up 2 more. I was incorrect on the last round. Ill picked up 3. This round, he picks up 2 more, and it's Slumber with the round-ending kill cam.
He's just on full skill right now.
If he really was, I think we should just stay on board with this man until he dies, because Illskill has been playing this perfect. The only reason he isn't fully decked out with the specialist bonus is because he's been switching classes between rounds, and he's going back to that Remington with the red dot, choosing to stick with the concussion as well as the frag grenade.
It just shows you just how important those switching classes and being just diverse it really can be in Search and Destroy. You never really just want to run at someone with the same class because it's very situational, and that's how Search and Destroy has always been. You need to try and use what's best to your advantages. Unfortunately, one of the Vexx Revenge players has been taken down. That was actually Mech, so that's going to leave it at 3 versus 4 on the attacking side.
The bomb carrier, can he get covered by Slumber? It looks like Demon is killed, so it's 2 on 4. Illskill also picked, all up to Slumber now. And this all happened because they couldn't cover that bomb. Did Slumber see the player up top? Yes, he did. Shots going down, and he will get one, but 3 more players to get through with just 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him, Puckett, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. He saw someone top red. Not going to be able to pick that kill up, though. And time ticking away, he needs to be more aggressive as he goes into the last 30 seconds. Doesn't matter. He's going to get taken down.
Quick shot here from Buck, and we'll show it to you one more time in the round-ending kill cam. Buck lines it up and drops him. Incognito, no problem. Nice headshot there from Buck.
Really, really nice play with a sniper rifle. It's always good to see snipers in Search and Destroy.
Always.
Absolutely love watching snipers play. It just adds just a whole different element to it, and it's just really fun to watch.
So at the start here, we're going to look at our our Ghost lineup. Where are Nightmare and friends going? And Nightmare is really the player I want to watch because he's 0-4 at the moment. What is going wrong for this guy who is so dominant in domination?
Yeah, he really had a very strong finish game to that domination. I'm curious to see what it is that is not working for him right now. And it may just be that he's that player in Search and Destroy, which just is always the first one out. He's always the first to make the move. And I think every team has one of those players. And unfortunately, he might not be winning his gunfights. But you can see he's got himself into a great position here. And it looks like it's going to be the A bomb of choice. That's why Superbet was just scouting out. The problem is with the position that the Nightmare's actually in is he has to look at both red and be wary that someone could be rushing from his left-hand side. So he has a lot of angles to try and cover in just one place.
Superbird just picked up a kill on Slumber. Meanwhile, you will see Nightmare spots that frag grenade, knows there's a player on the other side of the wall. The question is, will that player peek far enough for him to get a kill? Also, Buck getting into the action very aggressively. He is picked as the bomb goes down from Burt. Shots going from all directions. Burt is dropped as Nightmare is cleaned up as well. Illskill on that push from Fire, and he will get the defuse 9-1 as he picks up 2 more kills in this round.
Yeah, and he's actually going to give the defuse up to someone else. He's going to give it to Demon. Now, that may just be because Illskill, he's going to be changing his class anyway. Doesn't necessarily need those points, as opposed to his teammate who may not be changing class. So that was just smart heads-up play. Recognize they had the time to do that. There's nothing worse than when you leave that just a little bit where everyone's sat on the edge of the seat and you say, oh, do you want the defuse? Oh, no, you have it. No, you have it. And next thing you look at the time and there's 8 seconds left and you're like, oh, God, please.
Uh-oh.
Bomb.
Pick it up.
Oh, dearie me. That's the worst feeling in the world. But right now, Illskill is having such a good game. 9-1. Just reminding me very much of that first side of domination where he just went off.
And here's a very interesting start from this Vexx Revenge squad. They're going to send 1 player up front to check gate. The bomb will shortly follow after, and it is Illskill on the peak. Will he break the gate? That's the question. They did lose a teammate in Slumber, their sniper, off the start. Saga Demon trying to take his position top white.
The problem Demon has is a player directly underneath him, and the gate has been broken. You'll see immediately the orange arrows look straight towards it. They have heard it. Saga Demon still in a good position. Someone underneath him, though, needs to be careful because he may get shot in the back. Meanwhile, the bomb carrier has made his way all the way to B, and I think was his teammate picked off? No, it's still 3 versus 3 for now, and Illskill yet to move from the staircase.
And I've kept Saga Demon lit up. He was spotted twice by that opponent who is on the flank. However, it looks like he lost him until now. Rhino Main couldn't clean him up. It's all up to Mech and Illskill, and Illskill is going to have to help out over here at the bomb site. Grenade's going down to cover. Nice grenade, but he lost Mech. Was the bomb planted? It was successfully Illskill in a 1-on-2.
Going to need to be very careful because it looks like someone has jumped straight on the bomb. There's going to be a play to his left-hand side. That bomb is being defused right now. And he gets to the wall bang. Huge plays coming in from Illskill. He's going to charge the second. Oh, my God. That would have been godlike if he'd picked that up. But not going to happen. Nightmare stay strong. But the big question for me there was when Illskill and Mech were left alive, Mech waited so long before he put that bomb down.
Right.
He had about 20, 30 seconds where he was back lumber, and all he was doing was just trying to find someone. If he'd applied that bomb a little bit earlier, it still would have been that 3 versus 3, and that just makes life so much easier.
Well, it's a strong stand here from Nightmare. They were down 3-1. Now it is 4-2. And Nightmare and friends have an opportunity to score on offense. Let's see what he does as he will be pushing the right side. The bomb going left once again towards white.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep that bomb carrier highlighted on my minimap. But now, Nightmare just trying to see if he can find anyone crossing, anyone being a little bit too aggressive. But I wouldn't really expect to see that from the opposition team. I mean, they're on defense. They don't need to make any silly plays. Just, post up
Demon,
and try and get some picks.
Demon is being such a pain in the side of his opponents. You have him just going down, opening that door. His opponents have to double back and close the door. That's Buck working with his bomb carrier Rhino. Shots going down in the middle of the map as Nightmare is spraying, trying to bring someone out for Buck to snipe.
That's the game plan right now. As one player does get taken down, that was Nightmare. He was actually up top middle. He jumped on one of the trains. And unfortunately, his teammate wasn't able to get that pick as bomb carrier Rhino still just right at the back of his spawn. Needs to make his mind up. Looks like with 25 seconds left, he's going to dedicate it. They're going on the ground. That can only mean one thing. They have to go towards that B bomb site. It's a 2 versus 3, though. So Buck's going to need to try and help Rhino out as they go for this aggressive B push.
Buck with a big kill there makes it 2-2. Gets the pick as well. It is all up to Mech now as Buck is trying to secure this round for his bomb carrier. There is the battle. And it's all up to Mech. Mech on a 3-point spree, looking for his 4th and 5th with the defuse. Rhino, last man standing for the Ghost lineup on DxD.
Mech knows Rhino hasn't crossed back. He has to be somewhere back lumber, and he's desperately trying to hunt him out. You should see him there and picks up the kill. A little bit of shooting the bodies just to let him know who the boss is there. Nice play coming in from Mech. He's going to extend that streak to 4 points, 8 and 3 as well. How do you stop this team at Search and Destroy? It seems Illskill and Mech both going off right now.
So it's 2-on-2. Mech finds himself in a 1-on-2, deals with both players, and will give his team a 5-2 advantage here in Game 2. One more round, and we will see a tie series. Illskill, 11-3. Mech right behind him at 8-3, dominating this S&D game.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key for DxD. How do you shut down those two players? If they can do that, they stand a chance of winning the rounds. And I think one of the rounds that DxD did actually win, Illskill went down for first blood. So that really does show you just how important killing either of those two can be. Definitely just going to relieve a little bit of pressure because right now those two are having such a good game. And it's actually Rhino main who's going to get taken down. Buck does shut down Mech though. So evens up the playing field 3 versus 3.
The bomb is immediately picked up by Demon, however, and he is going to push through red. We're watching Illskill, and I have the orbital view on so you can see where those players are at. Does he spot the player top train? We're going to turn it off so you can see exactly his perspective. No movement there, and the bomb is rotating all the way around. Let's go to Demon, who's about to find himself in action. Gets pegged by the sniper, but no kill scored. And it is 2-on-3. Just as I say that, Illskill is picked by Super Burt. And we could be going another round unless Demon can go huge. There's 1 of 3. Can't do it.
Very close, though. He got tagged a couple of times and still managed to survive. And he chose, rather than running into red, wanted to try and challenge one player, increase his chances of surviving that. But it wasn't to be. Time was ticking as well. He recognized he couldn't push towards B because obviously the sniper had great coverage of that back lumber. There was only one place he could go. And to be honest, it was just a round that they were never really going to win when he was left in that situation.
So Nightmare and friends need to win 3 straight. 1 defensive stand will secure the win for Vexx Revenge.
A lot of pressure now on the attacking side. They need to go big. It could be another one of those massive comebacks, and that's something I really want to draw upon. That what we've just seen there, the way Rhino he managed to just pick up Storage Demon. There was no need to be that aggressive on defensive side. You need to win 1 defensive round, and you take the S&D. Why be aggressive? Why overextend it and push that unnecessary? And that may actually cost his team in the whole series.
They did just drop 1, but Super Burt picks up a kill at the top. Shots come from behind him, dodges and dips out. Nice escape, and now it's a 2-on-1. Super Burt and Rhino all up against Slumber.
Slumber not left in the best of situations. He's in a good place to try and make something happen. They play to his right-hand side. Is he going to see him? Yes, he is. But too much, too late, I guess you could say. He is going to get dropped. And again, you have to ask, why be so aggressive on that defensive side? You said it right at the start of the round, Puckett. You just need to hold this defensive side, and they're going to take the Search and Destroy. It doesn't get much simpler than that. When you have that luxury of being on a defensive side, just, post up. Use those assault rifles. Do exactly what you did at the start of the game, but Instead, they chose a bit more of an aggressive, maybe trying to catch the opponents out. It just didn't work for them that round.
I'm watching the boys on DxD, man. I feel like they got momentum here. They are fired up after that round win, and they know we're just 2 more away. I have Buck on your screen with the sniper. He loves sniping out of this right building, bottom Owens, and he will find some action in white. But really the players to look out for are Illskill and the bomb carrier Mech once again. They almost got their B round successfully, but Mech took too long to put the bomb down last time. Will they switch up their strat? It looks like it's a 4-man push. Mech is going to lead the charge.
And it's Nightmare who needs to be careful. He's actually got a sniper on the second story. He's going to know something's up. So many players rushing towards B. It's going to be a 3 versus 3, though, as Nightmare's pulled out the sniper again, getting a little bit adventurous there. Close range quickscope's going to need to happen. Trying to pre-aim the corner, sees the trophy system. He's going to know bomb's going down at B. Tries to peek, gets shut down. 2 versus 2. Book and Rhino still alive for the team, and unfortunately, that was very unfortunate. Book tried to check on the ground, recognized that's where Illskill stayed last time. It's going to be Mech and Slumber now in a 2 versus 1.
Mech already picked up 2. There's his 3rd, and that is the game. As we are now 1-1. What a performance from Mech in the second half of this search and destroy. Won his 2v1, and here he picks up 3 kills in the final round. The bomb carrier putting up the most kills in the game, always an impressive feat.
Yeah, when you're carrying the bomb, trying to get those plants as well, which he managed to get 2 as well. So it just shows you he wasn't just playing that OBJ role. He was getting those kills and really going clutch for his team.
All right, so there we go. 1-1 after 2 games. We've seen Search and Destroy. We've seen Domination. Coming up after this, we'll have our first glimpse of Blitz.